Hi, it's Caitlin, and I'm here today with a new collection from Cert Colors. My question for you is, are you brave enough to wear these polishes? So I have the Scream Queen collection. It is inspired by our favorite horror genre character with a campy twist, and it features 4 polishes and then 1 topper. I personally am completely obsessed with this collection, but I imagine there will be feelings about it. So I'm very excited to get into the swatches. These are available now, and if you are planning on ordering from the Cert Colors website, please consider using my affiliate code. It's Caitlin Swatches, and you will receive 10% off, and I will receive some commission. It is a one-time use code for anyone who used it before. Thank you. I will also note that the 4 polishes are limited edition, but the topper will be permanently added to the Cert Colors catalog. And for anyone who is immediately turned off these polishes, continue watching my video or skip towards the end when I show some alternative ways of wearing these, because I personally think this collection is incredibly versatile and I'm just really excited to show it off. So let's get into it. Here we go. So first up, I'm showing off Final Girl, which immediately makes me think of a Paramore song. I think it's something about everyone's a bad guy, and I love that song. Anyway, this nail polish is described as a pumpkin orange tinted base that glows green in the dark. So what you are going to notice is that these are not nail polishes in the way you might be used to them. These are tinted bases, and if anyone was around in the nail world like a decade ago, I believe it was OPI that came out with these tinted bases that you could do nail art with, and people reacted to them initially because they were like, what do you mean, there's barely any color here? But as you are going to see later in my video, these can be used in a variety of different ways, and I also just think they look wicked cool on their own. So as you can see, I built this one up in 3 coats with the paddle brush. It makes that totally easy, and you definitely want to use a top coat like Cert Colors Looking Glass, because the glow in the dark pigment just has this tiny little bit of bumpiness that it adds to the polish, but once you add top coat, it smooths everything out completely. And as I was saying about these polishes, they have an excellent formula. They are completely self-leveling, very smooth, which is what you want with a tinted sheer polish like this. And here outside in the sun, you can see that this just has the most subtle tint to my nails. I personally really like it. It kind of has a blush effect, and depending on your skin tone, this could be a really cool nude neutral, but obviously with a twist because it is glow in the dark, as you are going to see here. This glows so brightly in the dark, and it glows green, the traditional sort of green you get with glow in the dark polishes. And in terms of charging this up, quote unquote, just wearing it outside for a few minutes in the sun gave me several minutes in the dark with it glowing, so it does last a good time. Next up, we have Paranormal Prom Queen, which is an incredible name for this polish. Definitely evoking Carrie, who is maybe the original Scream Queen starlet. I'm not sure. I don't know much about the horror genre because horror films scare me too much, and not in a fun way. So this one is described as a blush rose tinted base that glows aqua in the dark. And this one, immediately I loved it because it's got this beautiful rosy tint to it. And I think that this looks like my nails are blushing. They're embarrassed. They were complimented and now they're blushing. I've actually seen this image. It keeps popping up on my Pinterest feed, which is where I love to store nail ideas. And it's definitely a gel, but this polish reminds me almost exactly of that nail look. It's like a candy glossed tinted pinky blush nail polish, and it looks so clean and elegant, which is how I feel about Paranormal Prom Queen. So again, I built it up in 3 coats and applied top coat to smooth out that glow in the dark pigment. And here you can see it outside. It has this beautiful rosy tint to the nails. It almost looks like those Korean lip products that tint your lips, but also I believe there are also really cool Korean nail tints. I saw them recently when I went to a store, and this is giving that vibe, and I absolutely love it. But of course, it has the glow in the dark twist. This one is an aqua when you get it in the dark, and you can see it has a really cool glowy effect. It lasts several minutes in the dark, and it's just super luminous. Moving along, we have Ghoul Friend, and this one is a candy apple green tinted base that glows green in the dark. So this one is probably not going to be for the faint of heart because it definitely has a green tint, though I will say the color of this, at least on my skin tone, doesn't take it into the stained nail category. I'm not sure what I was trying to say there, but it's just really cool. And I think this is a very modern look. And I know if you have very long nails, this might look totally different. Or if you have already stained nails, these might create an entirely different color depending on your natural nail bed. So these are going to be very different for everybody, but personally, they're right up my alley. So this one looks a little yellowy on my nails more than green, but again, I don't think it looks stained. I'm sure there will be opinions on that, but I think it looks super cool. And I also can't wait to wear these with different toppers. As you are going to see with Hex Girl, that topper is everything. So please don't forget to check out that a little later in the video. I just wanted to show off the polishes first. So here it is. I think it looks super cool. 3 coats with top coat. And this one glows green in the dark. So I actually topped this one with Hex Girl. So you get this really cool effect in the dark where you've got the glitter sort of taking up space and then the polish glowing. It really glows so intensely. And lastly, before we get into the topper, we have Banshee Better Work, which is just an amazing name. Like, these names are incredible. This one is a Blurple tinted base that glows a deep blue in the dark. And this one to me is more of like a cornflowery shade, but it has a pretty purple effect to it, which would be great. It should cancel out yellow if you have more yellow in your nail bed. And yeah, this one is probably one of my favorites. It might also have the most tint to it, along with Paranormal Prom Queen, the blushed rose one. These ones build up with the most color on their own. So you can see that that's 2 coats, and now going with a third one. Obviously this is never going to get opaque. You could put 20 coats on and it's still going to be showing your nail line through it. But I think it has the most tint to it out of all the polishes. Actually, did I do 4 coats on this one? I might have done 4 coats. I think I was trying to experiment, so yes. If you take it up to 4 coats, you can see what I mean, that it gets even a little more deeper in color. And of course you want to use the Looking Glass top coat. I think it's a really good top coat. It's not too thick, but it definitely helps smooth out things like texture and glitter, and it provides a very glossy finish. It also dries very quickly. And here is how this one looks in 4 coats plus top coat. This one is super cool, but again, probably not for the faint of heart because it sort of looks like you've lost circulation in your fingertips, which for some people that might not be what they want their nails to look like, but I personally think the effect is very cool, and here it is glowing in the dark. Now let's look at Hex Girl over each of the polishes. This topper is permanent in the collection. The others are limited edition, and it is a chunky glitter topper with holographic celestial shapes and hexagons. I almost got tongue-tied. This one is, it's taking me back. So I have been in the quote-unquote indie nail polish world for over a decade, and chunky glitters like this were basically what every brand started out with. So having a polish like this is just a dream for me because I used up or got rid of all of my old toppers like this, and I love this one. I love the hexes. They're super holographic. I absolutely love the stars, and this polish topper works so well over these tinted bases. I think it's such a modern look. It looks cool as all get out to me. And so here is Hex Girl over Paranormal Prom Queen. The glitter in Hex Girl comes out very easily. If you shake your bottle, you'll get quite a bit of glitter on your nail, and then it becomes a matter of preference. So if you want a sparser look, you can leave it, or if you want a more densely packed glitter look, you can go in with a second coat. And I didn't want to bore everyone with the top coat application, but you definitely want a good glossy top coat. You'll probably need 2 layers of a top coat like Looking Glass, or if you have a glitter type top coat, you could use the glitter top coat and then put a quick dry top coat over that for a very glossy finish. And here you can see it in the dark. So I love the stars in this, and I love how I got lucky with the star and the moon on my index finger. This is where you can see what I mean about being a little artful with your placement. You can focus it in the center of the nail. You can disperse it around the edges of the nail. It really is up to you how you want to wear this glitter topper, but honestly, if you like hollow and sparkle, this is going to make your heart very happy. It made me very happy. And here you can see the glow in the dark effect and how the glitters kind of still twinkle even in the dark, but the glow in the dark base does not show through the glitters. They kind of block it out. So I think out of all of the combinations, Hex Girl looked the coolest over this final polish, Banshee Better Work. I'm not sure what it was, but I also just love the way the placement came out, especially on my index finger. And I do want to note that there are like tiny, tiny, tiny little holographic glitters that just add this beautiful twinkle to the nail in Hex Girl. And I think that's what makes it so special. It's not just big glitters in a clear base. There's like tinier little bits of hollow that sparkle so beautifully. And now for the people who are freaked out by the sheerness of these polishes, I am going to show them over white. I've used Cirque Carpe Diem, which is a great opaque white cream. And I'm doing each color on my fingers. I've got my index with Final Girl. The middle is Paranormal Prom Queen. And now I'm using Banshee Better Work on my ring finger. And I will put Ghoul Friend on my pinky. So Again, these are very lightly tinted bases, so you will probably want 2 coats, if not 3, when you're applying it over a white. I'm going to show 2 so you can see how it builds up, as well as how it works in the dark over the white. What I love so much about these tinted polishes is that they are so smooth and not patchy at all. So when you are layering them as a top coat, like you're seeing here, it's smooth, it's even, and it almost looks like one polish with the base. So I think these are perfectly formulated, and Cirque definitely knew what they were doing when they created these polishes. They're very versatile. So here you can see with top coat, they almost look like very light pastels, which I think is really cute, and actually this way they look very springy. And I wanted to show you close up that I wasn't lying about how smooth and even they look. If I had more nail art skills, I would have built these up as more of a gradient, but that's definitely something you could do where you apply the polish thicker at the tip of the nail and then less opaque or fewer coats towards the bottom. And here you can see in the dark that these still glow very brightly and obviously over the white polish. So they're definitely layerable. And here they are over Cirque Colors Linen, which is my second favorite way to wear these aside from on their own. This maintains the squishiness and the jelliness of the original tinted polishes, but a little more opacity for people who don't want their nail line showing. Again, very even. They apply beautifully, and honestly, it looks like a new polish instead of, you know, you're getting like an infinite number of polishes for the price of one, depending on how you layer these. And if you were to layer them over different colors, you could create new colors if you're into color theory. So again, lots of options with these, but I love how this one kind of looks like squishy marshmallows. And of course, again, over linen, they still glow beautifully in the dark. And here I wanted to show them layered over their sibling jellies from Cirque. So on my index, I have XOXO jelly, and you can put Paranormal Prom Queen over it without really changing the look of XOXO jelly, but you're turning it into a glow in the dark. And then I took Met Steps, which is a Cirque Colors cream, and I applied Final Girl over it. Again, didn't really change it, and it still glows in the dark. So these are so versatile. That is the Scream Queen collection, and in my opinion, these polishes are absolutely incredible, totally unique, very versatile, and super fun with the glow in the dark aspect. I also absolutely love the topper. That is going to be in high rotation for me. I love silver hollow toppers like that, and I love the stars, I love the moon glitters, I just love everything about it. If I had to go and pick my favorites from the collection, I already talked about the topper. Paranormal Prom Queen has that my nails are blushing kind of look. I've seen it a lot on Pinterest. I think it is a very clean and modern and fun look, but of course it glows in the dark. So it's like this classy, elegant polish has a secret when it comes out at night, and I'm totally here for that. I also love Banshee Better Work. I think it's a really pretty tint on the nails. It also would help cancel out any yellow because it's like a blue purple, and I just think it's really pretty, especially with the Hex Girl topper. I just love that combination. So let me know in the comments what you think. I'm very curious if you're brave enough to wear these colors, if they're your thing, if you would wear them on their own, if you'd wear them layered. I'd love to hear. And I guess that's it for me in this video. I hope you have a great day wherever you are, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye!